welcome to Club 7, episode 12 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We're at home to Levski Sofia in the UEFA Europa Conference League, and then at home to Southampton in the Premier League. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Levski Sofia is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then for that game against Levski Sofia, and it is Simon in goal. Back four is Carlos Roberto, Botman, Sotalo and Svoboda. Gomez behind Mulan and Elliott in midfield. Fati on the left, Echeverri on the right and Ferguson up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to emphasise the credit given by the media and that they should go out there and put on a worthy display. I'm going to disagree with him. I'm going to pump the fists and tell them we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. And let's get out into the tunnel. How's the mood in the camp? Confident and believing in ourselves. What sort of match am I expecting? I'm hoping we have the edge, but we're confident. Okay. Game against Levski is when your team should really be winning, but upsets happen. Are there any nerves? We're going to make sure complacency isn't an issue. So let's get out there and do that. And let's get the match underway and see if we can come away with a victory to strengthen our position in the qualifying table. Ansu Fati plays it back to Botman, who gives it back to Fati. He's looking for a pass, in the end keeps hold of it, drifts infield, finds Elliott, onto Echeverri on the right. He cuts inside and tucks it into Evan Ferguson, who finds the back of the net. And it is Newcastle 1, Levski Sofia 0. So we do manage to strengthen our position up to second in the table. We've got a corner. Elliott with the in-swinger. And the header finds the back of the net from Carlos Roberto. And with just 6 minutes gone, it's already Newcastle United 2, Levski Sofia 0. So we're already well on our way to victory here, and looking forward to further goals hopefully. Echeverri's ball in, and the header is over the top from Ferguson, and we've gone top of the standings as it stands at the moment. Elliott to Fati, and the shot is just off target. Highlight comes to an end. We've played 10 minutes. Villarreal have knocked us off top spot, but plenty of time to regain it. And 15 minutes gone. It's still 2-0. So let's encourage the boys as Svoboda takes the free kick to Sotalo, who gives it back to him. Svoboda into Elliott. Plays it to Echeverri on the right wing. He's surely fouled, but play continues. Ansu Fati on the left gives the ball away. It's played back to Ilvanov in goal, who launches it downfield. Svoboda will pick it up. The highlight is continuing. Plays it to Elliott, back to Sotalo, who plays it forward to Echeverri. Sotalo takes over. Elliott to Sotalo again. Spreads it left to Botman, who plays it infield to Gomez. To Elliott. Plays it out to the right for Echeverri. Into Evan Ferguson, who finds the back of the net. And it is Newcastle United 3, Levski Sofia 0. We're well in control of the tie now. And that should be enough to get us top spot back. Not yet, but Elliott's over a free kick. And the header, in fact, doesn't go anywhere. The shot, though, is saved easily by Ilivanov, who launches it forward. And Sitole brings it down, finds Elliott. Back to Botman, who finds Elliott again. Into Mulan. Back to Botman, who is looking to launch it forward. In fact, plays it short to Mulan, to Carlos Roberto on the left. Charging down the wing, crosses it in, and the header from Evan Ferguson makes it 4-0. And surely, with only 22 minutes gone, it's job done already. And that is a hat-trick for Evan Ferguson. And indeed, we are outright top of the standings now. So, all looking rather healthy. Villarreal, what are they doing? And are they comfortable as well? Can't actually see their score on the board at the moment. Villarreal don't know at the moment, but we've got a free kick. Echeverri plays it into the area, and it's cleared away. Echeverri to Roberto, Carlos Roberto to Botman. Mulan round the corner to Gomez. Elliott with the shot, and that is over the top and out for a goal kick. And it remains 4-0. Coming up to the half-time whistle. Complete domination from Newcastle in this first half. And that should be half-time. But we've got 3 minutes of time added on to navigate first. And Villarreal have scored again to knock us off the top. So I really could do with finding out who they're playing and how the match is going. We have been very good, so I'm going to say I'm pleased we've created loads and the scoreboard reflects that. Let's see, does anybody need to come off? I'm going to protect Carlos Roberto, given that he is tiring, and we'll bring on Adam Connolly. And might as well take off Evan Ferguson at this point and bring on Alexander Isak, and that'll do for now. So let's start the second half and see if we can add further goals and get ourselves back on top of the standings. And at the same time, I'm going to scroll through and see if I can find the Villarreal score. At the moment, the answer to that is no. But it is Elliott with the Newcastle corner. And the header is just off target. So very nearly 5-0, but not yet. Ilivanov with the goal kick. Launches it downfield. Burakov to Bojakin, but Connolly nips in to win it back. Finds Botman, who plays it to Connolly. Infield to Mulan. On to Ansu Fati. Mulan to Elliott. Looks to the right this time for Echeverri. Goes past his man with absolute ease. And we've won a penalty. Echeverri, the man fouled. And it's going to be... who's stepping up for the spot kick? It's Alexander Isak. And can he make it 5-0? He runs up and he scores. No problem at all. confident penalty. And that's Newcastle 5, Levski 0. And it should be enough to put us back on top of the standings, hopefully. It does. So now need to find the Villarreal score and see how they're getting on. They've scored again, so they must be absolutely hammering someone. We'll find out who after the match if we don't manage to work it out beforehand. Starokin to Kryev, sorry. We've won it back though. Gomez to Fatty, back to Connolly, to Botman, plays it into Connolly, finds Mulan to Botman, Mulan to Botman again, plays it to Connolly at left back, cuts in field, finds Botman, who plays a ball to Elliott, lovely pass to Echeverry, and Echeverry finds the back of the net. It is Newcastle United 6, Levski Sofia 0, and we're absolutely running riot. But is it going to be enough to see us top the table? At the moment the answer is yes. And let's see if we can find out who Villarreal are hammering. They've got to be hammering someone. Villarreal 7, Maccabi Petah Tikva 1. So they're 7-1 up. They're even more in control than we are. So chances are they'll probably, and they have scored again, it's 8-1. In fact, is it? No, it's that 7th goal is the one that's taken them top, I think. But either way, no, it is 8-1. They are, so presumably they are top then on goals scored. Although it's going to be extremely tight. We're 6-0 up. And Echeverry's over a free kick. And he's going to take a right footer, goes for goal, and he's hit the post. And Alexander Isak's knocked in the rebound. And that's his second. Newcastle 7th. It is Newcastle United 7, Levski Sofia 0. So we're winning by the same aggregate score as Villarreal. And that is full time. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a home Premier League game against Southampton. Team for this one, Simon in goal. Back four is Carlos Roberto, Botman, Gertruida and Svoboda. Gomez behind Bruno Guimaraes and Elliott in midfield. Fatty on the left, Echeverry on the right, and Evan Ferguson up front. So I'll submit the team and then we'll go and give the team talk. Okay, my assistant is recommending I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. We were absolutely phenomenal, so why not? Let's pump the fists. In fact, we can't do that. We'll point the finger and tell them to pick up where they left off. And let's get out into the tunnel. You've lost the last 3 matches against Southampton. Are you confident of being able to win the Hoodoo on Sunday? Lads are confident. That gives me every reason to think we can. I'm hopeful for a strong start and a positive approach. We're in a good place and now we have to go out there and get the job done. So let's get out there and do that and see if we can strengthen our position in the Premier League. As you can see, we're currently 3rd as it stands with a chance to go top of the table today. So we absolutely have to get the win and give ourselves the best hope. But it is Southampton on the attack. It's Mateus who clips in the corner and it's headed away. Dorrington picks it up though for Southampton. Plays into Mateus who shoots and hits the post. We get it clear but it's coming back at us. Iredale shoots, and Simon makes the save, and it's scraped clear for a throw-in. So not the ideal start we were looking for. So we're going to demand more with 10 minutes gone. And hopefully we can manage to get ahead. Two teams above us are Arsenal and Sunderland. Neither of them playing, so a win will be enough to take us top. As Agume plays it into the box for Iredale for Southampton. It's played back and it's cut out. Ferguson can bring it away. He's going to need support. Plays it back to Carlos Roberto. Into Bruno, who plays in Ansu Fati. Crossfield ball, looking for Echeverri. Doesn't quite find him. And Alonso brings it away for Southampton. Finds Tate, but we've won it back. Ferguson on halfway, turns and runs towards the Southampton penalty area, pulls it back into a dangerous area, and Ansu Fati applies the finish to make it Newcastle United 1, Southampton 0, and we've played 17 minutes. That will be enough to put us top of the league, but immediately it's a Southampton highlight. Agume plays it back to Tobias. Gomez nips in to win it back, but Southampton win it straight back. Zinchenko to Mateus. Gertruida briefly wins it back, but Agume takes it on. Finds Alonso, and Alonso's shot is saved by Dennis Simon at the expense of a throw-in. So already Southampton are looking very, very dangerous. You can see why they are on the verge of the European places, and in fact would enter the top 6 if they were to beat us, and we would drop out of the top 4. So it is not a foregone conclusion that we're going to win this by any stretch of the imagination, and at the moment we probably don't deserve to be, but we are. So we'll encourage the boys and see if we can get a little bit more of a response. Hasn't gone as I'd expected. Play for set pieces is a perfectly reasonable suggestion, so I'm going to agree with it. And hopefully we can get in at half time at 1-0 up and see if we can just get a little bit more for the second half. We're winning. Can't quite find what I'm looking for. Going well, capable of even better. I'll go with that. It's not what my assistant suggested. We're going to make some changes. Svoboda's going to come off for Vanderson. Harvey Elliott for Mulan. Swap him and Guimaraes around. And then, in fact, Bruno Guimaraes isn't really suited. In fact, Thibaut Mulan isn't really suited to that role, and Bruno Guimaraes isn't suited to the other one. So I'm going to undo all of that and get us back to where we started. I will put Vanderson on the right, but we need to find a new solution in midfield. Adam Cockbill will try him for Harvey Elliott. And we already know that Bruno isn't suited to the other role. So we've got the same issue with Adam Cockbill. Don't know what else we can do. Probably not a lot. We're going to have to make do with everything as it is at the moment. Although Mariano Gomez could drop into the back four, Gertruida could come into midfield. And Guimaraes could drop back into the defensive role. So we could try that. That works, so we'll do that. And also Carlos Roberto is tired, so we'll bring on Adam Connolly. So 3 changes at half time. Let's get out there for the second half and see if we can finish the job. So we're going to demand more, and hopefully that will turn the faces nice and green. It's turned a couple of them green, so it's not all bad news. But in terms of ratings and fitness, I think everyone's okay at the moment. Ansu Fati is going to be next to come off. We're in control of the match apparently, passing well and getting shots on target. So that's good news. And it is Echeverry with the corner for Newcastle. Right-footed in swinger, headed away. Fati will collect and keep it in. Finds Echeverry, who shoots straight at Wahab in goal. And I'm not going to make the change yet, but in fact I will do now. Ansu Fati off and Leandro Brable's on. And my next change is going to be up front, where I'll bring Alexander Isak on for Evan Ferguson. As Botman picks up the ball at the back, finds Connolly. Cockbill to Bruno. Gertruida to Vanderson, who plays in Echeverry. Looks for the cross, and it's deflected away. But Vanderson picks up the loose ball, finds Bruno Guimaraes. He finds Cockbill, who takes a couple of touches. It's played through for Brables, and the keeper dives at his feet and gets the ball. So into the final 15 minutes. Echeverry needs to come off, but we don't have any more subs left. So the players out there now are going to have to see the job through. And now it is a Southampton free kick in a very dangerous position indeed. So I'm going to wait a moment and wait and see what happens to the free kick before I decide what to do next. Mateus is over the free kick. It's deflected for a corner. So we'll demand more. And it is Tate with the in-swinging corner for Southampton. And the header is saved by Dennis Simon. And Isak is dispossessed by Anselm. Dorrington into Agume, back to Pizarro. Agume to Dorrington. Nathan, and the highlight comes to an end. So I think we will demand more at this point. And in fact, Manchester United have taken the lead at home to Brighton. And Brighton have responded immediately. So we are still top of the table as it stands. But if Manchester United beat Brighton, we will be knocked off top spot. And that is the full-time whistle. Newcastle 1, Southampton 0. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then, and confirmation that with 9 games gone, we've won 7, lost 2, got 21 points. We are a point adrift of leaders Manchester United, but they have played a game more than us. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And we're going to continue concentrating on the Europa Conference League until the group stage is finished at least. So the next episode will be Fenerbahce away in the Conference League and a home Premier League game against Tottenham Hotspur. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.